Welcome back. Too Close for Podcast. We're the unofficial Too Close for Comfort podcast. I'm Marty Catola.
I'm Gene Mott.
We identify ourselves from time to time. Hopefully you're regulars and you already knew that. The important information is it's episode 209. That's what we're discussing today. Episode 209 of Too Close for Comfort. First aired December 15th, 1981. The last one, 1981. We have covered every episode from 1981 as of today.
Nice.
This episode was titled When the Bough Breaks.
Wow.
You'll fall out of a helicopter. No, that's not the full title, but
So this week, Henry comes home with good news. Muriel says that she also has good news. She's just gotten a job offer from Lester, a character we met last week, and he wants her to take pictures of some offshore drilling sites from a helicopter. Henry's pretty upset by all this and refuses to let her go, and we never do find out what his good news is. Not yet. Downstairs, the girls are talking about how Henry won't let them go to Europe and have fun. Jackie realizes that it's her parents' 25th anniversary, and they decide to throw a party. April says she'll take care of the music and she'll call a group that she knows. Back upstairs, Muriel asks Henry if she can go on the job assignment if Dr. Connolly approves. Henry agrees until he finds out that the doctor has already approved and said it would be alright for Muriel to go. And then we finally hear Henry's good news that he's rented the same room that they had on their 15th wedding anniversary. Just then the girls come in and Henry tells them about their plans. So they go downstairs and start canceling the party. Right then, Monroe shows up in a gorilla outfit that he's rented for the party. And he's pretty upset to find out that the party's been canceled. So later, Muriel is getting ready for her job assignment when Lester calls to tell her that the shoot has been called off because of fog. But it's been rescheduled for their anniversary the following weekend. Henry says he'll go to the hotel by himself. And then the girls show up and they want to know what's going on with this party. But they never get a straight answer. That's Act 1. Alright, so now it's Friday, and the girls don't know what to do. Monroe shows up and tells them that he's returned the gorilla outfit. Muriel stops by to say goodbye, and then Henry shows up and does the same thing. So then Sarah decides to eat the cake, now that the party's off, because she's really wanted that cake, like the whole episode, just the idea of the cake. I think the party's more about the cake for Sarah. But then Henry comes back and tells them that he can't go without Muriel. Henry suggests that they have a party when Muriel gets back. Sarah, by this point, has a mouthful of cake, and that's Act 2. So now, everyone is waiting for Muriel to get home from her photo shoot, and when she does, they all yell surprise, and there are probably like a half a dozen people in their apartment. Muriel says that she's been feeling bad all day, and thinks that something's wrong with the baby. So they call the doctor, cancel the party, tell everyone they should probably go home, when Monroe shows up in a chicken suit, and Henry just pushes him out the door. Later, after the doctors arrive, they're all waiting around in the living room when the doctor comes out and says that Muriel will be fine if she just stays in bed for a few days. And then Henry and Muriel make up.
so all April really did was call the band repeatedly, I guess. So
The armpits.
I don't think that's changing the story arc that much. Had some guest stars. We had Dr. Connolly and party guests. And you know how those party guests are, they go uncredited. Speaking of credits, Jim J. Bullock's last episode not in the intro because this is one of those production order, out of order episodes. Next week the intro turns back into the normal thing. As far as this week, this was the same intro as episode 207. Henry Sweaters, American University. Monroe wearing stripes or not? Well, it's an interesting story this week. First, he's not wearing stripes. Then he's wearing a gorilla suit. The first instance of cosplay on this show. Then he is wearing stripes. And they are definitely stripes.
There's stripes with stripes.
And then he's in a chicken suit. The second cosplay. Way before he will dress up as Garfield, years later. One-sided phone conversations, oh yes. Sarah to Wanda. Was that Wanda with the glasses? Probably. That's why you gotta remember those names. Then canceling the party, then calling the bakery, then April to the armpits, then Lester calls and April picks up the phone and gives it to Muriel. And then later, Sarah's on the phone, but we cannot hear what she's saying. So count that one if you want. I counted 6 instances of Henry pointing, getting really close to people's faces with the finger this week. 1 good stammer. Freeze frame transition was used. The opening transition shot was the daytime El Camino drive-by without the El Camino drive-by. So that was kind of strange. In other words, it's the shot of the house, but we do not see the car drive past. Muriel's photography. Well, there was that whole dark room bit in the helicopter photo assignment, which the doctor said was a good idea, and then it turned out it wasn't a good idea. So time for a new doctor, perhaps. There were some baby issues, so I guess that counts as a mention of Andrew. We had both the 1 note and the 5 note music cue. Grade of 1 to 5, I'm giving this one a 3. Borderline 2. I mean, this one was alright. They had their 25th wedding anniversary and a jab at Ed Asner out of nowhere.
What do you ever do to anybody?
Exactly.
It must have been from Mary Tyler Moore.
Thankfully, episodes like this are few and far between. While it has its moments, for the most part, the dual plot lines never really gel. That's what I thought, anyway. Next week, this is an interesting one. Cop Out. No, not the Kevin Smith movie, but this is predates that, and it has a hyphen, which I don't think the movie Cop Out has a hyphen. Jackie starts dating a cop. Then the cop proposes. That's not too much of a spoiler.
I vaguely remember that. You can hear my show on Stitcher. Stitcher is radio on demand. Download the free app today. Listen anytime, anywhere.
Create custom playlists. Rate and review my show on Stitcher. And over 4 million car dashboards.
On demand and on the go. No downloading, no syncing, no wasted memory. Stream your favorite podcasts. Don't have Stitcher? Download it free today at Stitcher.com or in the App Store.